Hey everybody, what's up? My name is Doug, and today I wanted to talk to you all about getting your own 5950 made with your own design at CustomLids.com. Now, I recently had an experience at CustomLids because it has been relaunched, and of course in a couple other videos that I've posted on my channel, I've connected with Lids and talked with their CEO, Tom Ripley, about some other things going on in their business. And one of these was the relaunch of CustomLids.com. So the cool thing is it does allow you to get a 5950 made. Of course, that's what we all love, the fitted cap. And you can pretty much submit your own design and get this 5950 made to your specifications and your design. Lids has often offered this service, but before it used to be a little bit more expensive and really only through the store. The most recent effort was really to stand it up and make it a more fully featured website and make it a little bit easier to get a custom cap made. Now, there are a few other businesses out there that do this, and they offer custom designed caps, maybe Cap Beast or Hat Store World. They just don't seem to have the same breadth and depth of selection of 5950 fitteds. So Lids appears to be the best bet to do this. Now, the other cool thing that's happened recently, and I think it was right around holiday time or just after it, was CustomLids.com gave you the ability to order just one 5950. Now, there's an artwork charge to get the embroidery file done based off of your artwork. Up till that point, I think the minimum quantity was either 12 or 18 caps for ordering. Now, I mentioned the digitization, and that is the biggest price of entry. Even if you have a sketch and you've turned it into a digital graphic file, I think they will take any of the kind of mainstream PNG, JPEG files, and they can make an embroidery file out of that. But there is an artwork charge to really move that digital file into an embroidery digital file that'll run on the machines at Lids or in their stores. So right now that fee is $25, which I think is great, because if you went into a store even 3-4 years ago maybe, and asked them to create an embroidery file to run in the custom zone in the store, it started out at $100 to create that embroidery file. So you really had to be serious in wanting to make a lot of caps to spread out that cost over the quantity. About 3 years ago, I walked into a Lids store and told them I had my logo, wanted to get that made. It was a process of sending it out. The person at the store sent the artwork to get the embroidery file. They gave it to me on a flash drive, and we made it right in store at the custom zone machine in the corner of the store. That's how I got my first cap with my main logo on it. And I would say that I had to do that twice. I had the same artwork file, but at one store, the person who did it for me was not very accomplished at running that machine, probably used a dull needle, and it did not work out very well, and I've never actually worn that one. The second time I went to a different Lids location near me, there was a gentleman there who was much more familiar with running the machine. I showed him my previous result, and he did a really nice job of kind of restoring that and getting it on a nice navy blue cap for me. So that one worked out well, and I've worn it in many, many videos. Now, since then, I made the connection with Lids that I mentioned, and one of the things they asked me to do was try the new CustomLids.com website as a consumer. So just somebody who's out with some fresh original artwork, trying to get some caps made. And that's the process I wanted to describe for you and kind of give you my thoughts on today. This process started with just some original artwork that I sketched on vellum with markers and ink pens, and then I had to set about making a digital representation of that. Now, this is where I got something that was a little unusual. I got a little help from Lids on digitizing the artwork, and they did a fantastic job of that, but it's because they asked me to try out the process, work with them a little bit, and give them some feedback on the entire Custom Lids experience. So they lent me a headwear designer who realized my sketch into a digital file, which then I was able to submit through the CustomLids.com website in their standard process. So at that point, you basically go into the website, you start an account, log in, whatever, and then you start a cap design, and you can place your digital file on a mock-up of the cap in the interface. Now, so I was doing this on a PC, so I had a large monitor, and basically was placing the logo on a 5950. And they do have many other cap styles to choose from in there. Of course, I'm big on the 5950, as are many of you, so that's always what I wanted to make. But they do have plenty of other brands and silhouettes in caps that you can make at the website. Basically, you pick the cap style and color that you want, you get the artwork placed, and then you go through picking out sizes, quantity, etc., quantity of each size in the case of the fitted. Now, I would say right here is where I discovered that the website's still a little clunky, and keep in mind this was really last year in 2020, but it just wasn't the same as kind of a modern, like a mobile app where everything's easy to walk through and very intuitive and very clean design. So I did repeat it before recording this video here in the spring of 2021, and a lot of the interface has remained the same. It's pretty easy to upload a design, but some of the clicks and the way you go about the website, they're still a little clunky, and you're a little bit uncertain. Have I saved that design? How do I find it again? Etc. So I think they've still got to get through some growing pains, but overall you can get to what you want. Maybe it's just a little bit harder than it should be right now. Now, the trickiest part for me was actually getting the right scale for the logo, because you do have a box that's outlined on the front of the cap. And so you've got to place your logo in there. And when I did my blue bird logo, of course, I've got wings extending. And so they were really pushing the boundaries of that box. So I had a tricky time kind of getting the right scale. I would have liked to have made it a little bit bigger, but I had to keep it in the box. And also the way the box was, it made me think that the logo would end up right on top of the visor, so I pushed it up a little bit, and so that was a little difficult to navigate, and it translated a little bit into the results on the cap, which I'll show you. Scale and placement were the two trickiest items with that interface. And when I say that, I also did a side hit. So on the right-hand wear side, where you normally see patches these days, I actually did a small supplemental logo, and that, again, getting the scale and location right was a little tricky for me. And in a strange side note, I noticed that when I picked the royal blue cap for customization, that the box for placing the logo on the front of the cap was much smaller than the navy blue cap that I started with. I've noticed this with a couple other colors, but I can't explain why the boxes for the logo are different on different colored 5950 caps. So from there, I would say I got outstanding service in terms of receiving and interpreting and getting the sample approved. And when I say this, I'm talking about a fully embroidered sample, because what I got was some photo images of the first time they stitched the logo. It looked like on a blank swatch, just to get a feel for the embroidery and where it was going to be raised and flat, etc. And the biggest thing I noticed was that the colors were way off. They took way more of a green tint than I had in the original artwork. So I had to go back to CustomLids and work with them and just say, hey, I think we got the colors wrong. Here's the original artwork. Can we tune this a little bit? And the next thing I know, I'm getting high-res photos of an actual cap where they tuned in, got the colors correct, and I've got these beautiful photographs that I received from them of the cap, and I asked them about this afterwards, and I said, did I get any special treatment for, providing this review? And they said, no, actually, when we have clients, that's how we have to work with them to get the samples approved, because everybody's pretty particular about their logo. We got to get it right. So there's often an exchange between CustomLids and the person who ordered the cap just to get that right on the embroidery. So that was a great part of the service that I received. And it appears that anybody is going to get that same level of service on getting the sample approved. So when I actually got the caps designed, I got a navy and a graphite one. And I thought they did a terrific job of getting the colors right. And the embroidery was very well done. And I would say that I only had minor complaints that I had referenced earlier about the scale and the location of the graphics. So maybe I would have tweaked a couple of things in terms of what was raised and flat in my design, maybe the thickness of the border. But overall, I was pretty impressed with the quality of the embroidery. And then secondly, probably would have lowered the side hit with my autograph logo on the side of the cap. Now, the biggest thing with getting a custom 59Fifty made is something to watch out for if you use this service. Very important part of New Era's process is that they embroider the front two panels before the buckram is applied. So all of that stitching, the back side of it is trapped underneath the buckram, so your forehead really never has to experience the roughness of the backside stitching through the front two panels of the cap. When you order from CustomLids, they are actually adding the artwork to a already manufactured 59Fifty cap. So you are going to get a stitch backer, and it's going to have lots of threads puncturing that and kind of creating this rough texture right where your forehead is. So you know me, if you've seen any of my other videos, I'm huge on comfort of your 59Fifty. So what I recommend is that you order 1/8 of a size larger if you get a custom 59Fifty made than you would normally order, and it's basically to create room and keep that stitch backer from really rubbing on your forehead when you wear it in normal use. I went to a 7 5/8. I'm a natural 7 1/2. I did my normal stretching and shaping, and it's a pretty comfortable cap, but you do have to watch out for that, and that's why I recommend go that 1/8 of a size up. Make sure you got a comfortable fit over your forehead. Now, I was actually pretty happy with the design I came up with. I think I originally called it Bluebird number 3 because it was really the third bird form that I worked out, and I pulled kind of the cool blue color palette from my primary logo and just tried to give that gradient effect by having segmented colors in the design of the bird. So anyways, I was happy with the way it turned out, and if any of you are interested in that cap, let me know. I would love to make more, especially if somebody's interested in owning it, and leave a comment below or something, and just let me know if you would be interested in that cap. On a side note, I did submit that design as a full cap in a two-tone design in the cap and submitted that to the Clink room, which is one of my favorite places for getting custom, fresh designs in fitted caps. Of course, many of you are probably familiar with that, and I did a video review of their service. Did not get in or accepted into the Monday morning crits that they do, but I'll keep trying. So hopefully that's not the last design I ever come up with for a cap, so I'll try and keep the ideas flowing with that. Now, the other cool thing that happened was I worked with a gentleman named Fred in the Lids Indianapolis location. He is manager of a lot of the custom embroidery that happens there, and he did an absolutely masterful job of making sure that a logo cap for me with my primary logo was redone. He did it on a black cap for me, and the embroidery that I got from Lids Indianapolis was even better than the one that I had corrected in the store a couple of years ago. So he brought out so much more detail. There's 3D relief in some of the raised areas, and it was just absolutely fantastic. So if you're watching this, Fred, you did a great job. I told you that once before, but it's awesome. I love that cap. And that's the one that's over my right shoulder. So overall, I'd say I had a really good experience at CustomLids.com. And if you are curious, if you got a design that you want to try, just remember that you're going to have an artwork charge to make the embroidery file, but you can order as few as one single cap with that design. So the only thing for me is that that comfort question and wanting to make sure that you get that right. when you order a cap. But other than that, it was a great experience, and I would probably only say that I had minor complaints. Give it a shot if you're interested. I'd recommend it. Certainly as a fitted fan, it's worth the experience, and getting something of your own put on a fitted, I think that's great. As is the case with all of my videos, down in the description, I've got links to my other videos that help you to stretch, shape, shrink, otherwise maintain your fitted caps. So check those out if you're further interested. And as always, thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.